Hello everyone, welcome. This is Neela Bell and this is from NeelaBell.com, and this lesson is on how to add a screencast to your Moodle course. And there's lots of reasons to add a screencast to your Moodle course, and I have them in pretty much every course that I design. A screencast is a way of capturing what's on the computer screen and having either a webcam and or audio to go along with it. So it's a really nice visual way of communicating information to your learners without making them just read on and on and on a lot of paragraphs of text. So let's jump in. Let's add a screencast to our Moodle course. The first thing that we have to do, of course, is get our source material, and we also have to then film the screencast, obviously. The final thing we're going to do is stream the video into our Moodle course. So those are the 3 steps today. I'm going to start with choosing our source material. What kinds of things can we use as our source material? You can have PowerPoints. Oh, I just caught that. You're going to see in a sec why I've left this editable, because I'm actually going to pull back the screen in just a sec and show you how I've done this screencast. Anyway, so we're going to talk about using PowerPoints. You can do textbook readings so that the students aren't left on their own to do that. You can guide them through it. You can do screencasts of looking at websites, looking at your Moodle course. Anything that you've got linked in the course, you could do a screencast walking them through it. And that includes anything that you can, any site, anything on your screen, Google Doc, anything. This also includes, by the way, any of the things like Blackboard Collaborate or Google Hangout. Anything you can look at on your monitor, you can capture in a screencast. So you can just imagine there's about, there's just an unlimited amount of things you can do with a screencast. Okay, so what do we use to do screencasts? Well, there's 1,000 different software out there. I've chosen 3 that I think are the absolute easiest to use, and I put them in order, I think. I've got screencast-o-matic, Screener, and Camtasia. And all of these you can find simply by adding a .com at the end of their name. So screencast-o-matic, that's the one I'm using today to film. It's the one I use all the time. And it's not necessarily the best, it's just the easiest. And for me, in this situation, that equals the best. And you can do so many more things with Camtasia. You can layer soundtracks. You can do a whole bunch of other things with it. But for this, I want to keep it really clean. So I'm choosing to go with screencast-o-matic. And before I start, I guess I should point out that the thing you absolutely need is to get a headset with a microphone, and preferably a really good one. So once you've got that, you're sitting, you've got your source material, let's say your PowerPoint or something like that. You got your headset on. You got to fire up one of these screencast tools, and I'm going to walk you through how to do that in just a sec. I am going to caution you, though, to be aware of what is on your screen, whether it's the tabs in your browser, an email that might pop up, or an instant messenger window that might come into the screen. 99.9% of the time, you'll just stop the video that you're creating and start again. And it's annoying, but no harm done. But there's the odd time where you just didn't notice one of the browser tabs that you accidentally left open. So before you start doing a screencast, please take a look at what's on your monitor, because anything in the window, the screencast window, is captured inside the video. Okay, so let's get started. You go to screencast-o-matic.com, and I've got all of these listed, by the way, in my resources page. There's links to these things. Okay, so we've got screencast-o-matic.com. Once you log in, you create a free account. Once you log in, this is what you're going to see. And what I'd like you to do is click on Record a Screencast. After you click on that, the very next window that's going to pop open is a permission screen. You're going to say OK. And it's going to launch the recorder. The recorder looks something like this. You can see the dotted line. Well, that's visible to you, not to the viewer, but to you. And you can see some of the settings here that pop up. I can record just the screen. I can record just a webcam of me talking. And I can have both, where it shows the screen and then a miniature version of me. I've chosen to just keep focused on the screen. You can also change the size, you can adjust your microphone, and then up in the top is where we hit record. Once you hit record, everything that is inside of this little dotted line is going to start getting recorded. And I'm going to pull back a little bit here. I'm going to pull back the screen and let you see what's on my screen right now. All right, so what I did was I adjusted that little dotted line to incorporate more of the screen. So what you can see is I've got PowerPoint open right now. And I like doing this because then I can see, I sort of mentally I'm ready for the next couple of slides. I can see them, you know, I see that I'm on this slide, and of course I'm going to slide to my next one right away. So I also have some jot notes to myself down at the bottom of the PowerPoint, so I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to expand the screen, and I'm about to flip to my Moodle page. So this is what you see as you're creating a screencast. So right now I'm going to flip to a Moodle demo site just for us to play with today. And as you can see, another reason I could do a screencast is if I have people unfamiliar with Moodle, I always have some kind of welcome to the course link at the top where I explain, and I have a video of myself. And we're going to get into how to put the video into this page that I've created here in just a sec. But as you can see, it's just captured my Moodle course right there. Okay, so when I go through my PowerPoint as I'm doing here, and then I'm finished, this appears at the right next to the record button is done. So then I click the done button, and it asks me, where do I want to save this video that I just created? Well, you have some choices here. I'm going to recommend that you pick save as a video file, unless you're really comfortable uploading to YouTube without and have logged in already. There's a few, it's a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to recommend you just go save as a video file. After you do that, you have some choices. And at this point, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to take you to YouTube and show you some things. But you can go directly into Moodle, or you can stream from YouTube. And as I just mentioned, I'm going to stream from YouTube. I always stream from YouTube. I know that there is the functionality in Moodle to do it, and I'm going to show you how you could do it. But I found it's really fussy, and sometimes it plays, sometimes it doesn't. It buffers kind of funny on mobile devices, so just be careful if you're planning on uploading directly into Moodle. But I'm going to show you today how to stream from YouTube. Okay, so streaming from YouTube, the first thing we're going to do is create a page in Moodle, and then I'm going to show you how to embed. So let's go back to Moodle. In my Moodle course, I'm going to click turn editing on, and as it does that, I'm going to edit this page I created. And obviously in different versions of Moodle it's going to look slightly different, but let's click on edit settings. So in this page I've given it a title, a description, and here's where we're going. We're going to go page content. Right here, I'll hover so you can see it, is the media button. And if I click that, it says, upload a file. And this is where I could upload that video I created in screencast-o-matic, because when I saved it saved it, say, to my desktop or wherever I told it to save. And here's where I could upload it if I wanted to upload straight into Moodle. Again, I wouldn't recommend it, but I know that is an option for you to consider. So I'm going to expand out, and we're going to go into the scary HTML button here that everybody hates. We're going to click it, and suddenly, and this actually is really scary if you have a whole bunch of stuff on there, because it looks a lot like the Matrix. But anyway, so we're going to just put our cursor down. We're going to just find some empty space. I'm going to take you to YouTube right now to a different video I created. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit the share button, the embed button, and there it is. That's the code we want right there. So we're going to copy it. And please make sure that you take off the show suggested videos setting, because you don't know what suggested videos might get suggested. Okay, so then we're going to go back to Moodle and we're going to paste that code into our course. And I skipped the part about how would you get that video into YouTube. If you're not familiar with how to upload videos to YouTube, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that can show you that. Basically, you have to have an account with YouTube. There's a big upload button in the corner, and when you upload a video to YouTube, it streams it automatically, and so it's just so much nicer. You're not worrying about bandwidth, you're not worrying about which device it's on, your learner is on. Okay, so back to Moodle. So I've captured the code for embedding, and I'm going to save and display. And I can make this pretty with different graphics, but anyway, boom, here it is. And it's popped into my Moodle course, and if I go back to the main page, it's right embedded now into this link. So if we go back here, I'm going to just pause the video and put it back nicely again so you can see what it's like when you're not looking at it as a creator, but you're looking at it as a learner. Okay, so I've minimized the screen a little bit so it's nice and tight on my PowerPoint slide. And I can, by the way, pause and continue recording as often as I want. And so I've added a slide here for you just as a reminder of how to get that embedded code from YouTube. And basically that's it. And so if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to read them at the bottom of this video. And otherwise, please visit my resources page for links to screencasting and graphics type sites for you. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.